Hey, this is Gary Orris doing another medical vlog. This time I'm talking about insurance. It's a very complicated, very confusing concept dealing with insurance, and that's by design. Insurance companies don't want you to understand insurance, therefore you won't realize how much of an advantage they're taking of you. So first of all, keep in mind that your broker, your insurance broker, works for the insurance company, not for you. Their job, they get paid based on how high your premium is. So don't listen to them entirely. You have to think outside the box in dealing with them. So when it comes to insurance, you pay your premium. So you divvy out your money, you think, okay, there I am, I've got me covered. Now that's just the amount of money you're paying for your family. But then the insurance company is going to raise your rates to make sure that you cover probably a couple other families also, just to make sure that they don't lose money. Insurance companies aren't losing money right now. They're doing very well. Ever since Obamacare was passed, insurance companies, hospitals, and pharmaceuticals are doing phenomenal. So just keep that in mind. The concept that most people think about insurance that's right is lower your deductible so that you reach it sooner, and therefore insurance pays for everything after that. If that were the case, insurance companies would have gone out of business a long time ago. They're raising your premium, they're denying services, they're getting their money somehow. I promise you, they're not losing money. And so just keep that in mind when you're dealing with your insurance company. What you really need to be doing, that the concept that works, and I've said this before, I'm trying to get it through people, is you want to raise that deductible as high as you can afford. That would lower your premium, and that saves you money. So take all this money that you've been paying per month to these other families. Well, those other families' money, that's your money now. We're going to set that right over there. And if you're raising your deductible, lower your premium, you're saving money there also. So let's take some of that money and let's stick it over there. So this becomes your insurance premium. So now you're talking. And you wonder, well, what happens now if I need a procedure, or if I have to have blood work, or I need a CT MRI? What am I going to do now? That's what this cash over here is for. You go to the facility. You don't say, I want to file through my insurance. Say, I want to pay cash for this. And that's what this is for. And you're going to pay a lot less. I had a patient that came in, and she said that she had an MRI. I said, what'd you pay for that MRI? She says, I only had to pay $2,000. It was a $3,000 MRI, but I only had to pay $2,000 because I had insurance. I informed her that I could have gotten the same MRI for $500 by paying cash. So she's paying her premium every month to an insurance company, probably a high premium, and still paid for 3 times what it cost for that MRI. So that's not smart. Don't use your insurance. I promise you, paying cash will save you a lot of money. With medications, you name it, it will save. I had a patient come in, she said, I got my AOB on my surgery, and it was $19,000, but I only had to pay $2,000. Man, am I lucky. That saved me a lot of money. Thank goodness I had my insurance. No, that's not true. That surgery really probably cost $4,000. And she paid $2,000 of it. Insurance paid the other $2,000. They'll get that back in another couple of months with the premiums. So you didn't win. Pay cash, and that whole procedure, everything becomes less. Some of you think, well, this doesn't apply to me because I get my insurance through my company. They cover all my insurance, and I get great rates. So therefore, it's cheaper. I don't have to pay those same premiums. Well, you may not be paying those same premiums, but let's look at your salary. If the insurance is paying for your insurance to lower the rate so you don't see these high prices everybody else that are independent businessmen are seeing, that's because your company is taking money out of your salary to pay that insurance company. Now, then you get the rest of the salary. What if you went to your HR and told them, I want you to raise my deductible. I don't want to have to pay as much. I'm going to pay cash for things under a higher deductible. Then you take some of that money you're paying to the insurance company, and that goes in your pocket. Let me give you an example. Me. I was paying $1,800 a month to Blue Cross Blue Shield POS. I don't know what POS stands for, but I know what I consider it when it comes to Blue Cross. That's a terrible insurance, but it was the cheapest I could find. You get what you pay for when it comes to insurance. I switched from them, $1,800 a month, Blue Cross POS, to Medi-Share. It's a Christian-based insurance. I now pay $500 a month. And so I saved $1,300 a month. I saved $16,000 last year and the year before. If I don't have procedures, if I don't have tests, if I don't have anything done, that's my money. If I do need those things, I pay cash for it. It saves me a lot of money. All right, so that kind of gets you the information on insurance. Bottom line, again, raise your deductible, lowers your premium, pay cash for everything under that, and negotiate with providers, hospitals, facilities. They will negotiate a cash price with you, I promise. Okay, there is a test we have in medical school to determine what profession, what specialty you're supposed to go into. It's called the elevator test. Very scientific, highly researched, great test. What happens is the physician stands in front of the doors, and as the doors are closing, you sacrifice the least important, least crucial part of your body to stop those doors from closing. For instance, primary care, we could tend to sacrifice a hand. So as the door is closing, we'll stick a hand in to stop that door, and it'll keep it from closing. A general surgeon, they'll stick a foot in there to block that door. They can still do surgery without a foot. That's not a problem. An orthopedist sticks his head in there to stop that door. Thank you very much. Go to Gary Orris MD Facebook page, follow us. We'd love to have you follow us. That way you get new feeds on this in the future. Like us if you like, share the video if you like. Have other people become smarter when it comes to insurance.